Hello, good people. I'm back this week with another video entitled Adulting Hacks 6 Tips on How to Prepare Financially for the New Year. Okay, so Christmas just ended like yesterday. When I'm filming this, Christmas was yesterday. So, okay. And I definitely enjoyed it, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, I know New Year's is coming, so I need to start getting my money ready. I need to start figuring out exactly what I'm gonna do to prepare myself for the new year, because as we all know, everybody has new year, new me goals. I'm so tired of hearing that, but whatever, people still are gonna post it. But I wanna be about, you know, actually doing things and prepare myself financially to be different next year at the end of the year. Like, I definitely want to see progress, and I definitely want to, you know, have saved more and actually have done more, not just have made a goal and written it down, right? So in this video, I am going to help you guys figure out or give you some tips on how you can start that process. So the very first thing that we should do is review our goals, okay? It's really important that we reflect on the goals that we had previously so that we can look forward to see, you know, how we can do better, or, you know, what changes we need to make. So the first thing that you should definitely do is look at the goals that you made financially for last year and see, okay, did I meet those goals? Or maybe think about, if you didn't, what things kind of stood in your way, or what things you kind of weren't good at. So figure out what those are, and then next you need to, after looking at that, get all of your money and all of your expenses together. I actually talked about this in one of my last videos. There's a tool that I use to gather all of my financial expenses for the entire year, and then I'm able to look at each category for every month and see exactly how much I spent for the entire year. So you get all that together and you see, how much money did I spend in certain categories? Was I trying to spend that much? Was I trying to spend less? What can I do to change that? So look at those categories, and if you found some areas where you can kind of trim, work on those and reestablish or recalculate your budget. How much are you gonna put towards food for the whole year? You know how much you need for a month. We'll tie that up for 12 months and then see how much you're gonna need for the year. Do that for every single expense and then go from there. Now, after you do that, make a detailed plan of how you want to, or make your financial goals. After you look at your expenses from this past year, look at what your financial goals are for this year, okay? Write out a detailed plan of exactly how you're gonna get there. I would definitely suggest starting with the end in mind. So start at the end and then work backwards to see how you need to progress every single month towards a goal. And so I'm thinking about actually doing a video on how to actually do that, so that we can be, you know, more focused and actually get towards the goals, like not just writing it down, but actually making measurements on how we can manage those goals. Because if there's no way for us to measure it, then we can't really manage it, right? So those are some of the things that you should do first. Second tip is to actually call your insurance and utility places and see if they can knock that price down, okay? So one of the things that Kelvin and I do every year is call our insurance, our car insurance, our rental insurance, our utility for our phone, any type of our internet, anything that we pay for, and we're like, okay, this is an expense, let's see if they'll cut it. Because normally every year they give us like a discount. They'll say, oh, hey, we have this promotion going on. So call up again and say, hey, do you guys have any discounts? Do you guys have any promotions? I'm trying to cut my costs. And so at the beginning up front, you're letting them know, hey, I'm trying to cut costs. I, you know, am willing to go somewhere else if I need to, but I want to work with you first. So that's one of the ways that you can actually start cutting a lot of your bills down. If you notice that, hey, we're spending too much on internet, or we're spending too much for certain things, okay? Especially for car insurance. If you're loyal, if you're brand loyal, I love you, but you should definitely look into see if there are other companies that can give you the same type of insurance for less, okay? Because we found that to be true. And when we found out how much money we could save, oh my gosh, we were so upset. We loved the place that we were before, but now we're a lot smarter with how we actually approach that. The third thing is to cancel all unused subscriptions, okay? If you have subscriptions that you have not used, okay, like for me, I actually subscribe to Audible. That's a site where you can actually listen to books. and they'll read them to you. And so I love to read books, right? But what I noticed is I actually gravitate more towards the library to get my books than I actually do Audible. So I was like, okay, I'm spending $16 a month for something I don't even use. Those are things that you need to cancel. Obviously, we're not going to cancel Netflix because... So look at places that you spend your money that you really don't use, okay? So like your gym membership. Last year you said you were going to go to the gym. Are you actually using that gym membership? If you're not, go ahead and cut it. Maybe find one that's a little cheaper. Maybe you did a food subscription. You know, people sent you food every month or every week. Or maybe you did like a clothing subscription. Anything that you subscribe to and you didn't use, cut those out. And then you'll be able to reallocate that money towards things like saving. So the fourth thing that I would suggest that we all do to prepare our money is to make an investing goal, okay? Everybody says, hey, I'm going to save more and spend less, all right? How are we going to do that? How exactly are we going to save our money, okay? So one thing that you can actually do is look at different companies, different markets, different brands that you're really interested in and that you follow, and think about if you want to invest in those companies, okay? So I would suggest whenever you're investing, don't invest in things that you don't know anything about. So like if you found out about Bitcoin last year or the year before that and you're like, oh man, I can make a lot of money there, but you don't know anything about Bitcoin, don't invest your money there, because you don't know what the market fluctuations are and you could get caught at the downturn. So look into things that you're more interested in, that you know more about, and then invest in those. And then choose which vehicle that you want to use. So you can go into the stock market, you can do mutual funds, you can put your money into a Roth IRA, you can actually also contribute to your 401k. So at the very least, we should all be contributing to our company's 401k because they give us a match. How many of us are trying to get some free money? Okay, I know I'm trying to get free money. So, well, free legal money, okay? So definitely start there. If you are not already investing into your company's 401k, definitely start investing this year and see how much you can invest for the entire year. Go to your benefits manager and figure out how much they're willing to match what you put into your 401k account, all right? The fifth tip is going to be to check your credit score, okay? So if you're like me and you're making a big purchase this year, that is definitely something that you want to look into doing, okay? Specifically, my husband and I were thinking about buying a home this year, and we definitely need to check our credit score to see exactly where it is so that we can get a lower interest rate. So places that you can check your credit score are Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Those are 3 reputable places that you can check for free once a year. Now, if you try to do it more than once a year, then they may charge you a fee. So, but at the very least, you'll be able to check it at least once a year. So this is the best time to do it because you're making your financial goals right, and you're trying to figure out exactly how much money you need or how you need to be working on your credit score if you either need to, if it's too low, you need to bring it up, or if it's at a good place. So definitely look into doing that before you make a big purchase and see maybe where your credit score needs to be in order for you to be able to get a low interest rate. Okay, so the very last tip is going to be preparing your paperwork for taxes, okay? Tax season is upon us, okay? So if you're somebody and you're trying to get your W-2s and everything together, talk to your employer, see exactly when they're gonna be sending them out. Most employers do it either by the end of the year or they do it by January 31st. I believe January 31st, the longest they can actually send it out. So check and see when they're going to send it out. Get your social security number. If you have not memorized it, get your social security, get that so that you can have that ready to fill out your taxes. Also, the tax law or the tax codes have changed this year. So make sure whatever service or whoever who is preparing your taxes, make sure that they are knowledgeable and credible and can actually prepare them correctly so that you can get either the best refund or you can pay the least in taxes. Last year, Kelvin and I had to pay taxes and it was brutal. So we're definitely going to be researching how or who we can use to prepare our taxes, okay? That's one of the biggest things in adulting. These things are not fun, but they need to happen, okay? So I hope you guys have enjoyed these tips. If you did, click the like button. Also, I realize that these are a lot of tips, especially if you have not even started, if this is maybe your first year preparing yourself financially, or you're just starting to get into the hang of it. It's okay. Pick one thing from this video and comment below which one you're going to actually use to start. You know, we all have to start somewhere, okay? And then lastly, if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. I am excited about making videos like this, and like I said, I want to be more of a financially independent person, so I also want to educate other people on how they can do that as well. All right, so I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.